Welcome back, folks, to the Guild of Dungeoneering. And when last we left off, Syrah had gone on the first part of the quest to get the Orb of Nosiness, and had managed to succeed, defeating the Minotaur with the help of the decay trait that the Minotaur had, and the self-damage that the Minotaur inflicted with one of its irritable cards. We have 524 gold, which means that, unlike the first time I played, where I didn't get enough gold for this before I went into the second area of the game, I actually have enough gold to buy an upgrade now. There are various upgrades. There are a few interesting things in the... Actually, there are loads of interesting things in the loot section. For instance, you can get things like Doom Plate, which is it's not highlighting over what Bulwark does, but it's a very good trait. You can get the Horned Helm, which actually gives you Fury, the Spiky Hat, which is just Blade 2 and Armor 1, and the Brass Knuckles that give you Crush 2. There's also the Fine Awl, which gives you various magical equipment, Arcane 2 and Wise, Holy 2, Arcane 2 and Stupidity 1, and the Padded Arm, which gives you Arcane 1 and Arcane 2. The Armor 1 and Arcane 2. Then the Fine Chisel, Growth 1, Stupidity 1 and Tenacious, the Cursed Bow, which gives you Swift 2, Decay and Ranged, the Mind Staff, which gives you Arcane 1, Fire 1 and Wise, and my favourite of these, the Spiked Shield, Blade 2, Armor 1 and Spiky, which then means that any class you're playing as gets the ability of the Bruiser. And finally, the Weird and Wonderful, which has the Eyeball Charm, Fire 1 plus 1 hit points, the Demon Claw, which pretty much works exactly the same as the Scimitar, the Cultist Hood, which is Holy 2 and Fire 1, and the Owl Familiar, Holy 2 with Wise. The various idols get better. The Trickster one just gives you permanent +1 loot choice. The Warrior one gives you permanent +1 attack to the first physical damage in a battle. The Heal Aid one gives you +1 hit points permanently for the whole of the encounter, the whole dungeon. And this gives you a +1 starting hand size in battle permanently. However, there are classes that we can use, like the Alchemist, the Shapeshifter, the Barbarian, and my personal favourite, the Ranger. The Barbarian for the longest time was actually the one that I used a lot in the second part of the game, but the Ranger I actually prefer better. Definitely prefer it better. Mainly because it has a particularly good trait. And we're going to take the Ranger. Let us get a Ranger. We have to put the building down, and I think the best place to put it will be right here.
The guild is looking for a swift kind of guy who wants to be seeking out danger, while fond of poking beasts in the eye. I give to you a Ranger.
Welcome, Rangers, to the Guild of Dungeoneering. We're going to be going and trying to do the final part of this as a Ranger. The other perk of picking Rangers is that Rangers, compared to all the other ones, have +1 health, which is just one of the ways to basically make this a better class. They have +1 health, which is pretty good. Now, you could give the Bruiser the Amulet of Kool-Aid, which will then... Or Kool-Aid? No, don't give me the Amulet of Kool-Aid. You could. It'll just drink it, and then you won't have an amulet. The Amulet of Heal-Aid, rather. So, let us take Ceramed, and I think we're going to put the Warrior Spirit trinket on again. We need to steal the Orb of Nosiness. We have 8 turns to do it. How dare you interrupt me during my evening entertainment? You thought you could steal my prize? We're going to be petrified in 8 turns. 8 turns. So we're going to have to act quickly. the main perk of the Ranger. More treasure that fell for my traps. By the way, as you go higher up in the tiers of Dungeoneers, they actually start sounding a lot more competent at their job. They have the range trait. All of their physical attacks are classed as quick, which means they go first before any other attacks of the enemy, and they get +1 damage if they were already quick. Now you'll see one of the reasons I like this class is the camouflage card. Block any 1 damage, +1 to your next physical attack. Basically, the Ranger works by blocking small amounts of damage, stacking up attack, like here, here's another camouflage card, and then obliterating your opponent. It does have its disadvantages. Mainly it has the disadvantage that it doesn't have a huge amount of actual physical damage itself. It does have a magic damage card though, which I believe is the Flame Arrow card. Once you get the Ranger going, it's pretty decent. I think we want the Hand Axe card at this point. These cards are good, but we want the Hand Axe card. And the gold. I knew you were coming! Well, you do have the Orb of Nosiness, that makes sense. The Eye Beast has Death 5 and Flame 5, but is also frail. Which means pretty much we're going to need to work on our magic defense cards. And hope that we don't get something here that's going to... oh, a negative one. Oh dear. We're definitely going to need that chest there. No point leaving that there for the next chump, is there? Indeed not, Ceramet. We're going to need some magic defense. Ooh, I won't be able to do very much there. Fortunately, the frail card, the Warrior Spirit ability, are going to help us out there. We're going to use Camouflage here. And then we're going to use Camouflage again. And then we're going to use Flame Arrow because it's used a defense card. Darn you, scary spider! And I believe we should win off that. Yeah, because we have quick moves. Well, none of these items are what we want. I suppose I'll take the Straight Jacket. The Combustion card we want to be careful about, though. Really careful. We could fight the Ooze. We could. So, we have 6 turns. So, 6, 5, 4... No, we cannot actually get to that in time. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to put some treasure here and an ooze here. We want to get to a higher level, that's for sure. The Orb of Nosiness, by the way, counts as a 3-value treasure. Also, we have the Burn trait, which means we're losing 1 hit point a round. That's unblockable, so there's no reason to use anything else. We also have the Steelhead Arrow, which I forgot about, which is a 2 damage card. However, this should help us out. We lose nothing, and he loses health. And that'll also help. We lose nothing, he loses health. And I believe with all this overkill stored up, we win. There's a lot of overkill. What do we get? We actually want that. We actually really want that item. But as for the item in the level 3 chest, that's a good item. That's a good item. That provides what? Arcane 2? However, the Swift card will deal +1 damage. We want to actually have cards that have the Swift ability on them. So I'm actually going to take the Spear. The Spear's a good item. Get out, all one. Get out or I turn you to stone. Do we want to fight a ghost here? We actually do want to fight a ghost here. Because if we don't fight a ghost, we're not actually going to gain any of the level ups we need. Now the ghost is tenacious. It's not surrounded by loads of tiles, but we can block this damage. And stack up some physical attack. We can't block that damage though, so we're just going to Fire Blast. But we have a lot of health, so this ghost shouldn't be a problem. I say shouldn't, it might very well be a problem. I'm going to take 1 point of damage here, but it's worth it to stack up that physical attack. Because now we're going to hit it for 3. which should put it in position to be killed next turn by a Mind Strike. Here we go. Excellent. Level up. What do we get? Ooh, Mage Robes. Yes. We definitely want Mage Robes because of that. Look at that swift magic damage. We're going to be petrified in 4 turns, by the way. That's kind of bad. Do we want to fight that? For now, actually, I want to fight a Mimic. That's kind of what I want to fight. So 3, 2... We have enough turns. We have enough turns. More treasure. Go on, Ceramid. Don't let the fact that I like using the Ranger class get me killed. Well, it's a good thing we have those steelhead arrows. They do go before the enemy's attack. I think a wooden arrow is what we're going to have to use here. This could be awkward. Oh no, wait, that's a little less awkward. Camouflage card. And another camouflage card. The problem with the camouflage card is it only actually defends against 1 point of damage. If it defended against more, admittedly, it'd be extremely powerful in my opinion. Ooh, that's just a good card to have. That is just a good card to have. Let's have it. I prefer a other card, but we don't have that option. Also, we don't have a way up yet. So we're just going to have to put a ghost here. Which is kind of bad. We need an up card here, or else we're going to die. Maybe I should have put an up card down earlier, but then we wouldn't have had that fight we just had. And now having a swift cards is actually really helping. I'm going to block that. We have another swift card as well, which will actually deal bonus damage, so we don't actually want to use it. We want to wait until next turn. Oh, wait. Waiting until next turn was irrelevant there, because it was going to, it would heal anyway. And the Tenacious then gives it a... Ooh. Fortunately, we have magic damage. Bearing in mind, only physical damage gets buffed. Do we want Growth 1? Actually, we really, really don't. We do want that +1 health, though. We really want that +1 health. So we'll actually take that. Tick-tock, hero! Fortunately, we have been given the way to defeat you. And against my better judgment, I'm going to fight a Shade here. We need to get to level 4 for a chance for some really nice level 3 loot. Alright, what are we fighting? Focus isn't actually a bad card here. We gain health, we gain magic, we gain a card, and +1 magic damage. Ooh. We're actually going to use Holy Seal here, taking some more damage, but also healing. And now we start stacking up the camouflage as well. See, we're stacking up loads of bonus damage. Which, for instance, we're now going to unleash some of it here. It may have hit me for 2, but I hit it for 3. If successful, discard a card. Probably going to want to use Camouflage then. And it discarded a rubbish card. That's fine. Rekindle here is not a bad card. It gains health, I gain health. We net gain nothing. I think we're just going to want to deal a lot of damage here. So, time for a Swift card to knock it down to 1 health. Because it was going to heal anyway, there was no point in knocking it all the way down to 0. And with this card, we win this fight. Now I hope we get a really nice magic defense card. None of those are really nice magic defense cards. They are really not good. I suppose we'll just take the spear and hope we can defeat the Eye Beast. 1 turn we'd have been petrified. We cut it very fine. Let's go! Time for a real adventure. Hey! Not very happy about the fact that we got close to him. Fortunately, incoming physical attacks get +1 damage. Unfortunately, that hurts. That is 3 magic damage. Ow! that's 1 magic damage, so we can block that and get some health back. That's 2 magic damage. We need to start stacking up the physical damage. Oh, we need to draw a card to counter the fact that we're about to lose a card. Fortunately, we lost a rubbish card. We aren't actually getting any of our awesome defense cards yet. We're going to use Shift here, so that we can take advantage of the Frail trait and draw a card. I actually don't have enough damage yet to kill you. I'm going to use this... Going to use Camouflage here. That's fair enough. Because now I'm going to use Flame Lash. No, I'm going to use Steelhead Arrow now. No. Use Steelhead Arrow now. Get all that damage in. We only need to deal 1 point of damage now. And there is our 1 point of damage. It blocks 1, but the quick trait ensures victory! Haha! Excellent. And with that...
Hurrah, hurrah, a victory. That was so quick you made it look easy. Another happy tale in our short story, if not a little bit violent, and not for the queasy.
We did it. We now have a jar of eyeballs from the Eye Beast. And that is actually the first area entirely of the game completed. And with that, most of the Tier 1 champions will never be used again, because the Tier 2 champions are quite a bit better. So, our fellow Dungeoneers of Ariane and Copper, Syrah and Emoin, and Reyna are probably going to live to fight another day. I wish I could say the same for Ceramid. For when we come back, folks, we shall upgrade the guild some more, and see what lies beyond in the misty veil of unknown. Because we're going to use the Orb of Nosiness basically to spy on the Ivory League of Explorers, so we might as well see what they're up to. So I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later.